Guys, just giving you a quick update on the Glassnode data. So the CVDD is creeping up quite aggressively now. So it's actually pushed up to around $35,000. So as you know, I really like this indicator. It's pretty much nailed the bottom of each cycle. Bull run into bear market, 2019 bottom. Bull run, bear market, almost nailed the exact bottom of the last cycle as well. And I do think that when we come down to this line or get close to this line, it is going to mark the bottom of the next cycle, just given how consistent it's been time after time after time. And it is sitting at 35,000. So a lot of bears are not going to like this, but I don't think that we are going to drop below this orange line this cycle. And if this does keep pushing up, so if Bitcoin's price stays higher or keeps going to the upside, this is going to get higher and higher. And for now, it kind of suggests that we are not coming below $35,000. And if this keeps creeping up aggressively, you see how it's almost going up vertically here. If it keeps going up aggressively, we're soon going to be at 40k, and then I would imagine 50k, which does mean, if you think about it from the bank's point of view, the banks have not been able to take part in crypto, and retail and companies have been able to buy, and the banks have kind of been left out. If the banks really want to get into the Bitcoin game, they are going to need a dump. They need some sort of black swan event. They need the price to come down fast, because I think if the price continues to stay up here, and we do see BlackRock continue to buy so much, then the banks are going to have to be buying at a very high price, which they're not going to want to do. So I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I can tell you something fishy is going on, because if we have a look at the ETFs, we can see that Wisdom Tree are not buying. So Wisdom Tree are not interested in buying above 100k. Franklin Templeton have not been buying really above 100k. Invesco have not been buying above 100k. Valkyrie were selling and didn't buy above 100k. VanEck have been buying steadily, not aggressively, but steadily, all the way above 100k. Bitwise, small buys, not so aggressive. They were actually selling. And taking profits, but started to reverse. ARC 21, again, kind of sideways, a little bit of selling, a little bit of buying. Fidelity, kind of sideways, a little bit of buying. Grayscale, of course, selling, and moving out. I think this is going to level off over time, guys. BlackRock buying aggressively, right? BlackRock are still continuing to buy aggressively, even once the price pushed over 100k. So very, very interesting to see that it was not actually all the ETFs, right? We don't see organic accumulation from all the ETFs, which is what I would like to see for Confluence. We actually see mainly a couple of actors, VanEck and BlackRock, who continue to buy very aggressively. Retail, this time was different, right? So the retail have actually still been dropping off of Bitcoin. So it's becoming a very hard sell for BTC, to sell BTC over 100k for retail. Historically, this has never happened. The price just continues to go to the upside, yet retail actually keeps selling and taking profits. And we even see some dormant wallets now, from 14 years ago, starting to become active, which we can assume is people looking to take profits. With regards to the P&L, we haven't entered the best time to accumulate according to this chart. Where is the worst time to accumulate? Actually, the green is the worst time to buy. Red was the best time to sell. Green, best time to sell. Sorry, worst time to buy. Orange, red, best time to buy. Green, worst time to buy. Red, best time to buy. Where are we now? We're at the worst time to buy. So it's not abnormal to see that a lot of the ETFs are not buying, because they've got this data, guys. They know that this is historically the worst time to buy. They know that usually BTC is going to have a correction. And would you trade, if you're an institution or a fund, would you trade on this time's different? Or would you go with the data and what the data tells you and what history tells you that you're going to have a correction? Because if this time is different, you're still going to have time to accumulate, right? The market's not going to run away from you. If this time is different, you would still expect you're going to have a correction at some point or another. Things, unless BTC just goes up in a straight line for the next 5 years and doesn't ever come down, that's also possible, but again, extremely unlikely. Why? Because as we've seen in the news, guys, that person who had $7,000 in a wallet, it's now worth $1 billion. What happens if Bitcoin 10x's from here? It's worth $10 billion, right? And I think that wallet had around $10 billion in. So that their few little investments of 7K, 8K, 9K, if BTC 10x's from here and they don't take profits, would be 100K, right? Absolutely crazy. And it can be very, very hard to scale. I'll talk about that in another video because I think it's quite important. So again, not much change here on the indicators. Apart from the retail, it's still trending to the downside, and we are still seeing a sell-off. So yeah, just a quick one on the Glassnode indicators. I know some of these indicators are quite expensive, guys, so I will keep you posted on these as we go into the bear market, as we go into the next bull run. If you want to stay up to date and you want to keep an eye on these, don't forget, like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of the latest. Head over to my X account as well, because I do post a lot of content on X. Here's my X account, and press the notifications on there so you don't miss out on any of my posts and any of my updates. And if you want to join us and you want to get involved in the Patreon, you want to see all the buy and sell alerts and everything I'm buying in stocks and quantum, and when I'm building my portfolio for next cycle, head over there. That's it for now, guys. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one.